Gay and lesbian youth are 4 times more likely to contemplate or attempt suicide, and trans youth are 10 times more likely to do so. These are all estimates from the Trevor Project and their website. The Trevor Project also estimates that more than 1.8 million of the LGBTQIA plus community has seriously considered suicide each year in the US, and at least one person from the community does attempt suicide every 45 seconds. Hello, my name is Alex, and I will be today's host of today's episode. Today's episode will be surrounded around the LGBTQIA plus community and the Pride Center at CSUN. So it is sad that we are now seeing a regression in regards to the trans and queer rights in the United States. We see that in some states they're banning gender affirming surgeries, they're forcing teens to be outed, and they're making um, these laws to take away medical care away from these trans and queer individuals. Like for example, in Florida, they have the Don't Say Gay bill, where you are basically not allowed to mention anything gay or anything of that sort. You will get in trouble. Um, in an article interview, Ari Shapiro expresses how there are already bills to ban gender affirming medical care for these transgender youth, and they're quickly moving through legislators. And already in this year, there have already been 5 bans that have been signed into law. Thankfully, there are safe spaces for trans and queer individuals. For example, at CSUN, we do have a Pride Center. And for those of you who don't know, the Pride Center is located at the USU Plaza del Sol. It's on the second floor. So, in order to educate you on the CSUN Pride Center, I would tell you first what the CSUN Pride Center is, what they do for the students, and who they advocate for, and their missions and values. So in order for me to educate you on the CSUN Pride Center, I will tell you what the CSUN Pride Center is. So the CSUN Pride Center is a safe space that supports lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer, intersex, and asexual students. Not only students, but they also support faculty and staff, and they help improve the campus climate for the LGBTQIA plus individuals, as well as also advocating for respect and safety of all members of the campus and community. Secondly, I will inform you on what they do for students. So the CSUN Pride Center has an immense amount of events. They also have therapy that specifically are for the queer and trans students that do um, go to CSUN. They hold events such as coffee nights where you can meet new people and have conversations about pretty much anything. I think it's important for queer people to network because, in a lot of instances, queer individuals are not accepted in their homes. So they have to build their chosen family outside of, their biological family who will really be there for them. And I think it's really important that the CSUN Pride Center does have events like this so queer students can network. And on Tuesdays, they also have an event where you can just drop in and talk to someone. Just if you want to vent or talk about something that you have in mind, you can just go ahead. Um, and it's just really resourceful for those who feel like they can't talk to anyone or if they feel misunderstood. Lastly, I will tell you who they advocate for, who the CSUN Pride Center advocates for. So the CSUN Pride Center targets to advocate for everyone, but mainly those who identify as part of the LGBTQIA plus community. They advocate for trans individuals, for their rights, and for their voices to be heard. Um, and the CSUN Pride Center also has their missions and values. So their values are to advocate, to communicate, to empower, to have fun, to be inclusive, to just be an open-minded individual, and they also advocate and value social justice. So you can find the Pride Center on the second floor inside the USU Center, like I said before, and they are open Monday to Thursday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Fridays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Um, interesting, Interestingly enough, the Pride Center was founded about 10 years ago, so they're coming up on their 10-year anniversary. If you are interested, you can go ahead and celebrate the 10-year anniversary this month. You can get more details on the CSUN Pride Center. To close us off, I would just like to say something personal. So we are actively seeing the rights of trans and queer kids get taken away. They're being stripped away from these individuals who haven't even lived life yet. It is important now more than ever to fight for the rights of the community. Queer people have always fought right side alongside everyone who has had to fight for their rights. I'm talking about women. I'm talking about African Americans. I'm talking about um, just anyone who has felt or who has been oppressed throughout history. Queer people have always been there because they have always also been oppressed. So I feel like it is now the time for everyone else to show that support back, especially at such a time like this where they are trying to erase queer individuals and queer culture from history. And the queer generation before us fought for so much, and they fought long and hard. So we can't give up. We can't give up without a fight, and it would just truly be appreciated if everyone else would just join the fight and help protect trans kids and help fight for queer rights.